Denise, you're covering for him, aren't you? Russell did kill Gary, didn't he?
Did she bash Tyler?
No. She was too freaked out.
Who did?
No names, Miss Ferguson. You know that. It's not part of our arrangement.
All right. Won't hurt to let her cop it anyway. She might get another stint in the pound.
Fine. Our plan's working out better than we'd hoped.
How do you mean?
I mean, if you push just a little harder, I'm sure that you might find that Smith is suicidal. That is, if you're interested.
Smith, Denise Tyler's been bashed again. I'd like an explanation, please.
Well, you've come to the wrong place.
I'd like to think so, but could you be a bit more convincing than that?
I came here from the laundry. I've been here for hours.
Alone?
Yes.
Can you prove you were here the whole time?
Oh, how? I just said I was alone.
That's unfortunate.
And convenient. Now, you've bashed Tyler before, Smith. Looks pretty straightforward to me, Governor.
Did you bash Tyler again, Smith?
Oh, if you like.
Miss Ferguson, take it to solitary, 48 hours.
Smith.
Where's Bea, Mrs. M?
She's in solitary, Lizzie.
Solitary? Why?
I'm sure you know the answer to that.
Bea hasn't done anything.
It's Governor's orders, Lizzie. Now get back to work.
Did you hear that, you little good-for-nothing? Bea's in the pound, thanks to you.
What do you mean?
They think she bashed that Tyler girl.
That's not my fault.
I might have figured they blamed Bea, but you didn't think of that, did you?
Well, neither did you.
Bugger it. Wait till I get my hands on that Phyllis.
Look, that Tyler bitch lagged on Bea. We're only getting her back. It's not our fault it turned out this way.
Daniels is right for once. Laggers have got to be taught a lesson. It's just tough luck, that's all.
You shut up. Nobody asked you to put your two bob in.
Don't stick your beak in my business, bird brain. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless you want to lag on Daniels and Hunt. And then we'd have to fix you, wouldn't we?
Bugger it.
I'm sorry, Lizzie.
Poor old Bea. Back in the pound again. You know what happened last time? She went right off. And if it happens again, it'll be on your conscience if she gets worse.
You ever get the feeling that something isn't right? You know, it just doesn't gel, even though it looks okay on the surface?
Please, Judy, I'm very busy. I wish you'd get to the point.
Yeah, okay. Denise Tyler.
What about her?
Well, I don't think she murdered her son.
I don't think she did.
Well, I know that sounds
it all
very...
works on facts, Judy, not thoughts and feelings. You know that.
I know, but I'm sure she's been covering for Russell ever since she was arrested. She's terrified if anyone talks to him.
And she probably doesn't want him to be upset. That's natural enough.
No, it's more than that.
And supposing you're right, we need something concrete.
Well, we could start by finding out what would happen to an 8-year-old on a murder charge. If he's not going to be put away, she might feel better about telling the truth. I'm sure that's one of the things that's been worrying her.
All right, I'll make some inquiries. Any other suggestions?
Yeah. Could I talk to the women, see if they know anything?
I haven't forgotten what happened when you talked to Bea Smith.
I know, I blew that. But this is different. At least I'll be able to stop that sort of thing from happening and get to the truth. Now, what do you think?
Visitor for you, Lizzie.
Crikey, me? Who is it, Mrs. M? Anyone I know?
Now, how often do you get visits from total strangers?
Oh, come on, Mrs. M. Give us a clue.
You'll find out soon enough.
Worried?
Me? What about?
Perfect opportunity for our Lizzie to lag to the screws. About you bashing Tyler.
She's no lagger. Anyway, she's me mate.
She's been mates with Smith a lot longer.
Why giving me a special visit, Jude?
Well, I got a problem, Lizzie. I thought maybe you could help me out.
Yeah? What is it?
Denise Tyler?
Gosh, she's a problem, all right.
Maybe not. What would you do if I told you she shouldn't be in here at all?
Well, for starters, you'd have to tell me why.
Lizzie, I think that Russell killed his brother and she's covering for him. In fact, I'm sure of it.
God, that's terrible if it's true.
Well, it is true. That's why I need your help.
What can I do?
Well, for a start, tell the women to lay off her.
Oh, that won't be easy.
Maybe not, but Lizzie, I need time. She's dead set on protecting Russell, and I've got to convince her otherwise. I mean, beating her up isn't going to help.
Well, maybe the kid'll own up to it.
Yeah, maybe not. But whatever happens, she mustn't make a martyr out of herself. Will you do it?
Righto, Jude. I'll see what I can to help.
I've already told you what happened, Mrs. Reynolds. There isn't any more to say.
You're quite sure about that?
Yes.
Would it make any difference if I told you I'd sought legal advice about Russell?
What advice?
I've been told that he wouldn't be held responsible if he'd accidentally killed his brother.
But he didn't. I told Judy that.
Yes, you did.
Oh, please, Mrs. Reynolds, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's no use. Just forget about it. Now, please leave me alone. And leave my son alone. I don't want him to be any part of this. He's been through enough already. He's only 8 years old. How much do you think a kid can take?
I'm trying to help you, Tyler, not persecute your son.
Then leave him alone. My solicitor said he didn't have to be brought into it. There's no need. He's suffered enough.
What about you?
I did it. I've got to accept whatever happens.
Then I'm wasting my time.
Yes.
Just one thing, Tyler. If you really want to help your son, think about this. As long as you're in prison, your son will be in a state home.
Hurry up, Lizzie. Lunch is nearly over. Daniels, the governor wants to see you this after lunch.
Yeah, right.
What did I tell you? Wrinkles has really dropped you right in it.
Oh, rubbish. She wouldn't.
You reckon?
You can't trust anybody these days.
Oh, rush. I'll have terrible wind for a week. I'll have to call up all this lot down.
Been busy, have you, bird brain?
I've been talking to Jude. Very important stuff.
Such as?
She reckons Denise Tyler's innocent.
Yeah, and the Pope's a commo.
She reckons that Denise is protecting her kid and taking all the blame herself so the poor little mite won't have to be dragged through it all.
Oh, what an incredible woman.
Oh, lay off. She must be a brick short of a load if she didn't do it.
We all know that you wouldn't understand how a woman's heart works.
So why did she want to talk to you about it?
She wanted my advice. She reckons we should all shut up until we're sure that we know how things are going one way or another, and that goes double for you.
Yeah.
So no more bashing.
All right, but Lizzie, I've got to ask you something.
Tell the others no more bash artists.
Come on, Miller, get the lead out.
Will you take Daniels to the governor? I'll wait for Lizzie to finish.
Right, wait at the security gate, Daniels.
Yeah.
It's all right, Lizzie. Don't bolt it down.
Miss Ferguson? Where are we at with Smith?
Oh, a little farther along the track, I'd say.
She's back in the pound.
What could be better? A few days alone won't improve her state of mind. Just think, she'll have time to brood a bit and imagine all sorts of things.
But someone might find out she didn't bash Tyler.
Not if I were to find out first.
Daniels.
You shouldn't spread rumours, Mackenzie. Someone might believe them.
Oh, yes. Maxine Daniels, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Reynolds.
Well, there's no need to look like that. I've got some news for you.
Huh? What is it?
Your parole's been approved.
It has?
On condition you have a home and a job to go to.
Oh.
Is that a problem? You don't look very pleased.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm knocked out about it, really. Didn't think I had a chance. It's going to be a bit hard finding a job and a place, you know.
Yes, I realise that, but we'll give you all the help we can.
Oh, thanks. Hey, you don't reckon I could talk to Jude about it? Judy Bryant. If anyone can help me, she can.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Oh, terrific. Well, what do you know? Parole, eh? Beaut!
Will that be all, Governor?
Yes. Oh, unless you'd like to do half this paperwork.
Wait outside, Daniels.
Yeah, righto.
Governor, I happen to have a typewriter at home. Now, there's no one there, no interruptions, and I'd be very happy to give you a hand until you get yourself, well, familiarised, if you thought it might help.
That's very kind of you, but I couldn't really, not in your free time.
Oh, it'd be no trouble, honestly.
I am tempted.
Then let's agree to it, shall we? Starting tonight, and by the look of all these folders here, I'd say the sooner the better.
All right. But I insist it's overtime as far as you're concerned.
Oh, well, I won't argue with that.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
My pleasure. Righto, Daniels, back to work.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Pleased about your parole?
Oh, yeah, too right.
I should think so. Funny old world, isn't it, Daniels? There was I thinking that you had bashed Tyler. Oh, it'd be awful if I had to stop your parole at the last minute, wouldn't it?
I'm getting paroled.
Oh,
Yeah, thought I'd blown it. But if I can get a job and a place to crash, they're letting me out of here.
easier said than done.
Oh, come on, Lizzie, aren't you pleased for me?
I'm not forgetting the bees in the pound because of you. You wouldn't be going anywhere if Bee hadn't taken the blame for something that you'd done.
Yeah, I know. Hope she doesn't change her story. It'd ruin everything.
Oh, charming. Never mind Bee. You just think about number one.
Someone's got to. Reckon the freak's onto me, though. You'll keep quiet about it, won't you, Lizzie?
I'm no lagger.
Yeah, but when Mrs. M said I had to see the governor, I thought maybe you'd dob me in.
I don't lag, nor do I let my friends take the blame for something that I did, unlike some people that I know around here.
What are you doing? Come on. Yes. There you go. Ah, yes. Mackenzie's another one to watch. She'd sell her own grandmother for sixpence. Now, she's not as smart as Smith, but she certainly is as dangerous.
What about Lizzie Birdsworth? She seems to be our longest-serving prisoner.
Oh, well, your main trouble with Birdsworth is that she's a crony of Smith. Apart from that, she's quite harmless. Oh, she plays up the poor health thing a bit, you know, bad heart and all that. Anything to have people feel sorry for her. Most of the officers tend to go a bit easy on her.
You don't feel that's justified?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. There are a few soft touches on the staff. They tend to get a bit too involved. They don't see that they're being manipulated.
Who, for instance?
Now, I wouldn't like to talk about personalities, not behind their backs.
And I wouldn't expect you to. I'm just curious to get to know a bit more about my staff. It's difficult enough to get to know people without... Well, to be frank, there has been some resistance, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I had noticed. But then you can't please everyone.
Oh, early days yet, I hope. But if you can help me, anything you can tell me would be appreciated. And kept confidential, of course.
Oh, well, I don't think that anything that I could say would be any more than common knowledge anyway. Meg Morris does tend to get a little too involved, personally. But that's no secret, and I'm sure she means no harm by it, but I think it does affect her judgment from time to time. Did you know that she spent 48 hours inside for contempt of court?
Yes, I read that on her report. What about Mrs. Powell?
Yes, well, she has been an efficient deputy governor. But then she too has had her share of problems in getting involved with prisoners.
Such as?
Well, there was a sticky situation some time back concerning the husband of one of the prisoners.
Really?
Oh, it didn't last for too long, and it certainly isn't indicative of the way she usually conducts herself. But as I said, getting too close can be dangerous.
Yes. And it's no wonder I don't trust written reports. This is all new to me.
Anyway, here we are talking about everyone else. What about you? Now, if you don't mind my asking, there are some of us who would like to know a little more about our new governor.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. No dark secrets, anything like that. My husband died 6 years ago. My 2 children helped me through that time. There's Paul. He's 18, working as a trainee manager for a supermarket. And Julie, she's 21. 22, rather. Doing 4th year university. Both good kids. And apart from 15 or so years in the public service, that's about it, really. Nothing terribly exciting.
Well, I think you'll have your share of excitement from now on. Would you like some more port?
Thank you. And thanks again for tonight. It's been really worthwhile.
I'm glad you think it has.
How are you feeling, babe?
All right.
I've just been talking to Lizzie. She's very worried about you. A lot of the women are. Now, she said you didn't bash Denise Tyler.
Did she?
Yes. And I don't think you did either.
What's it matter?
Well, you shouldn't be sitting in here if that's the case.
Here, there, it's all the same.
Well, the B. Smith I know wouldn't be sitting in here for something she didn't do. Are you sick? I mean, you said this morning you were lying down because you didn't feel well. There's nothing you want to talk about.
Nothing.
Lizzie, it's Mrs. M. Oh, Mrs. M. I thought all my birthdays had come at once. What do you want?
I want you to come up to Solitary and talk to B.
Me? But that's not allowed.
Yes, I know. But you want to talk to her, don't you? You want to help her.
Of course I do.
Get your dressing gown on.
Lizzie.
G'day, B. We didn't wait, did we, love?
What the screws are you in here for?
Don't worry about it, love. It's only Mrs. M. She thought I'd like to come and see how you're doing. We've been really worried about you, love.
I told her I was all right.
Yeah, but are you really? Can't fool an old maid like me, you know. Come on, B. Tell me what's eating at you. You had me worried sick this morning in the laundry when you saw something that wasn't even there.
It was real, I tell you.
Oh, what upset you, that was real enough.
The letter was there.
Oh, B. I think you're thinking too much about Debbie.
Can't
You're
think.
dwelling on it, love.
You can't. Can't think too much about your own daughter.
I know, love, but it isn't really healthy. It gets to you so you don't know what's what. When you get a fix on something like that, you can't see anything else.
Don't you think that worries me too?
Well, you've got to do something about it. You've got to pull yourself out of it.
Like what?
Well, start thinking about other things. Hey, did you know Maxie got a parole? She's a bit worried because you're in here and she thinks you might lag on her.
So now I'm a lagger, am I?
Of course you're not. But you've got to try. Start thinking about other things.
Things more important than my Debbie.
You can't help her now, love.
Can't I?
Not anymore. She understands. You gotta live life for the living.
Oh, no, Lizzie. That's not true. That's not true at all.
I have to go now, love. Try and think about what I've been trying to say to you. I can't reach her, Mrs. Sam. She's just sitting there staring into space. She's a million miles away. She doesn't want to know anything about her and Debbie. What can I do to help her? When is Dr. Wiseman coming?
I'll try and find out from the governor as soon as I can.
Well, better be soon. I've never seen her like this ever. I reckon she's going out of her mind.
Morning, Mrs. Morris. Everything go all right during the night?
Oh, yes. But I'd like to talk to you about B. Smith. I'm very concerned about her.
Oh?
Is the doctor coming to see her today?
Doctor? Oh, Dr. Wiseman. Damn, it completely slipped my mind. I've been flat out since Mrs. Powell mentioned it to me. Well, don't worry. I'll get onto the department straight away. This morning.
Oh, please do. I think it's very important.
Why, what happened?
Well, nothing. That's the trouble. I mean, she just seems to be deteriorating.
Well, I thought she behaved oddly yesterday.
Yes. I know it's not the done thing, but I'd like to suggest that she be removed from solitary. I think she could have a complete breakdown if she's left in there another 24 hours.
How serious is that?
Yes, I think so. At least if she's with the other women, it might help snap her out of it.
Perhaps, but as you say, it's not normal procedure.
Well, it's hardly a normal situation.
All right. Miss Radcliffe, would you release B. Smith from solitary and return her to the laundry for normal duties? I'll ring the department now.
Thank you.
What do you reckon me chances are, Jude? Getting a job and finding a place to live?
Well, honey, it's always hard, especially now.
Yeah, I know. You got any ideas?
Why don't you go home to your parents for a while?
Forget it.
Come on, to be a roof over your head and a job.
No way.
Well, pumping gas ain't that hard.
It's got nothing to do with that, Jude. The last time I saw me old man, I told him to get stuffed, and I meant it.
Oh, that's charming, isn't it?
He's got a bad heart, see, and... Well, I don't reckon he'd want me hanging around giving him a hard time. Let's just forget it, eh?
All right, it's dropped.
You got any other ideas?
Well, I guess I'm left with no alternative.
What?
You're gonna have to come back to Driscoll House and work for me.
Oh, do you mean it?
Well, not for the rest of your life, just till you're on your feet.
Oh, Jude, look, I promise I won't get into no trouble. You got me word.
There! I let you out. That's terrific, love.
How'd you swing that, Smith? Got a friendly screw.
I decided I couldn't live without you, Mackenzie.
You leave her alone. It's great to have you back with us. It'll do you the world of good.
G'day, B.
What are you doing back here, Smith?
I don't know. Have to ask the governor.
I'll do that.
How'd you get out, B?
Don't you worry, you're all right.
Thanks. Sorry it happened that way. I was only trying to teach Tyler a lesson.
Yeah.
Reckon the freak's onto me, though.
Serves you right.
Yeah, well, fair enough, but I don't know why she hasn't done something about it yet.
Just making you sweat.
She'll grab you when it suits her.
Yeah, well, thanks. That's a great help. And everything was going real good, too. Jude said I could live and work at Driscoll House. Knew it was too good to be true.
Yeah, well, you've only got yourself to blame.
Oh, Tar. What do you reckon I should do, B?
Why ask me?
Yeah, leave her alone. It's your own problem.
Great.
Where's Sarah?
Doing kitchen duties. Why?
I've got to talk to her.
Oh, B, leave it alone.
Look, Lizzie, I can't. I just can't. Look, I've got to talk to Debbie.
Oh, I can't help you, B.
Why not? What about those seances you told us about?
Well, it's not as simple as that.
Well, if you've done it before, why can't you just do it again?
Because holding a seance can be a very dangerous thing. Look, I can't just turn myself on and off like a bloody tap. I mean, if a spirit was in possession of my body and a screw interrupted, I could die. Well, it has happened. Gee. Bloody B.
Look, there must be something you can do. You started all this. You put me in touch with her in the first place.
B.
Listen, shut up, will you, Lizzie? This is between Zara and me. Well?
All right. I could hold a Ouija board session.
Tonight?
Yeah. If you bring along a couple of women.
Oh, no, B, not me. No.
How about you, Maxine? You owe me. I saved your neck.
Yeah, all right.
I'll get some others. This will work, won't it?
I can't promise anything.
But it's worthwhile having a go. I mean, there's a fair chance.
Yeah, there's a chance.
That's all I'm asking.
B.
Oh, Mrs. Powell. I've just had word about Tyler's committal hearing. It's tomorrow morning. So would you see that she's ready?
Yes, of course. Pity it couldn't be next week, though. She doesn't look the best.
The bruises, you mean?
It's hardly good PR for Wentworth. However, it could get her a sympathy vote.
Did I tell you that Judy Bryan's convinced she's shielding her son, that you didn't do it?
Yeah, well, I have heard that story before.
About Tyler?
No, but from just about everybody else in this place.
Tyler isn't claiming to be innocent. I've spoken to her myself. I'm inclined to agree with Judy.
Has Brian got any evidence that would stand up in court?
No, that's the trouble. But she has spoken to the other women, so hopefully they'll leave her alone. I suppose that's something to be thankful for.
Sure, for the time being. But what if she is found guilty? I don't think Brian could help her then.
Where the hell have you been?
Looking for you, as a matter of fact. Why, what's up?
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like you to tell me what's going on with Smith.
Love to. You know, I don't think she's too well. She wants to get in touch with her daughter real bad. One of the others told me that Zara's going to put on a bit of a turn for her tonight. Something called a Ouija board.
Is that so? Getting in touch with the desperates again, is she?
Looks like it. Pretty soon, I think she's going to need some help out. Out of this world, if you follow.
Oh, you got anything in mind?
I've got something real helpful. I reckon a zip gun would do the trick.
I think a knife would be easier.
Yeah, but not as neat. People are always cutting themselves about this place. No, with what I've got in mind, you can't miss.
Amazing how you lot can be on time for meals.
Yeah, especially when you see what we end up with.
Would you rather go without Birdsworth?
No, Miss Ferguson.
Good. Where's Smith?
Bugger if I know. Have you seen her, Maxie?
No, but it's not like her to miss tea.
No. It's not like her to do a lot of things lately. Save us a place.
Just hurry it up.
Oh. Are you escorting me to Sanctuary?
That's right, Manbean. Quite the model prisoner, aren't you? Come on. Here, you've got a busy night ahead of you.
Pardon?
Playing spirit games with Smith.
Yeah, well, she insisted.
That's what I heard. Next time I want to hear it from you. Straight away.
Sorry.
Ouija board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be any problem, should there?
I don't suppose so.
I'm sure you know just how much pressure to put on the glass without anyone suspecting. Of course you do. Just you make sure that Smith gets the message. Loud and clear.
Billy, bless you, Tina. Come on. What are you doing to yourself? Come on, you gotta eat. Bea, you can't let yourself go like this, love.
Doesn't matter anymore.
What doesn't?
Anything.
Don't talk such rubbish. Come on.
Not after tonight.
Eh?
We'll be together again.
Of course we will.
I wasn't there last time she needed me. But this time it'll be different. She's my daughter. And she needs me.
Oh, Zara! You gotta call it off. What do you mean? The Ouija board, you gotta call it off. I've just seen Bea and she's in a terrible state.
Well, what's the matter with
She's
her?
just sitting there staring into space.
Look, it wasn't my idea. She asked me to do this.
Well, tell her you're not feeling up to it. Tell her your vibrations are buggered.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I can't. She asked me and I've got to do it.
What? What's the matter with you? She's sitting there going around the bend. She reckons that after tonight she's going to be with her daughter again. She said that she and Debbie are going to be together again. Now, she couldn't make it plainer than that, could she? All this ogle-boggle stuff is turning her inside out, pushing her over the edge. Now can you see?
Yes. Lizzie, I think there's something you should know.
What should Lizzie know, Zara?
You push off, Mackenzie. Nobody invited you.
I'm interested in the life hereafter. Not that I'm in any hurry to get there. Of course, you're all getting closer to it by the second, Bird Brain. But what about you, Moonshine?
This is no joking matter.
No, of course it's not. You'd better get a move on. They're all waiting for you. You don't want to disappoint your fans, do you?
That's just too bad, because it's all off, so you better go and tell them.
Is that true, Moonshine?
Tell her.
Tell them I'll be there in a minute.
Make sure you are.
Bea, Ruth, Lorna, would you all come and sit at the table, please? I want absolute silence and total concentration. Now, would all of you place your finger on the glass? Do so lightly and without any pressure. Place your fingers on the glass and don't push. Not so hard, Maxie. Just better. Clear your minds of all present thoughts. Place all your mental energies into the glass. Think only of the glass. All meet in the glass. Very quiet, very still. Is anyone there? Is anyone there with a message for one of us here? Please make contact. We are waiting. Is anyone there? What is your name, please? Vincent. Is there anyone there with a message? Would you give us your name, please? Debbie, can you tell us something that only your mother would know? In case there are any doubters here among us.
I'm putting you on the... Oh!
Debbie!
Oh, get out, bloody! Shut up, Smith! Get her out of here, Birdsworth. Well, I take it contact was made.
Well and truly. You took your time about it, though.
Oh, for God's sake, why don't you leave me alone? I did what you bloody wanted!
Highly strung, these supernatural types.
Judy, why did you bring him here, Judy? Take him away, please!
What's the matter with her? She's got a big bruise on her face. Someone's hurt her.
It's okay, honey. Come on. Honey, she's all right. No one's gonna hurt her anymore.
Denise Tyler, having read the statements tendered, I'm of the opinion that there's a prima facie case against you for the murder of your son, Gary Tyler.
No, let me, Mum, go!
Russell, keep quiet!
Order!
She didn't do it, it was me!
Russell, please!
Order!
Let him speak, Denise.
I will have order in this courtroom. Now, who is this child?
My client's son, Your Worship.
And what's the meaning of this outburst?
I don't know.
Then I suggest you retire to chambers to find out.
If you wish, Your Worship.
I do. And take the child with you.
now, Russell. You just tell us what happened that night.
There's no rush. Take your time.
Mum wasn't there.
Wasn't she?
No.
How did it happen then?
Gary was picking on me. He was always picking on me. But this time he wouldn't stop. He was hurting me. But I yelled at him, but he wouldn't stop.
So what happened, Russell?
I hit him back and he fell.
Go on.
He hit his head and didn't get up.
You didn't move again after that?
No.
Where was your mother?
Out. She came back home later.
And what did she do?
She cried and she said if anyone asked, say she did it. She hit Gary.
But she didn't. You're quite sure of that?
Yeah, I did it. But I didn't mean it, though.
I know you didn't, son. Wow, that's a turn up for the books.
Sit down, Maxine.
Is it about me parole, Mrs. Reynolds?
No, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
Well, crikey, what could be worse than not getting me parole?
I wish there was an easy way of saying this. I'm sorry to have to tell you, your father's had a heart attack.
Is he dead?
Yes, I'm sorry, Maxine. I know how it feels to lose someone you love. If there's anything I can do.
Now, after careful consideration, the court has decided there is no case against Denise Tyler. However, I would like to add that while I applaud Mrs. Tyler's action as a mother, her obvious mistrust of the legal system has cost the community time and money. Now, if the truth had been forthcoming in the first instance, none of this would have been necessary. Case dismissed.
Oh, what a bloody mess.
It's gonna be all right, honey. Now, come on, let's go, huh?
What are you doing in here? There's work to be done. Oi! Don't tell me the freaks put the kibosh on your parole already. Hey. There's no need to take it so badly. There'll be other times. Crying's not going to do it any good. Come on, love. We've all had our disappointments. You'll get over it.
Lizzie, me dad's dead.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We weren't ever real close, you know, but I never wanted it.
I know. Don't fret yourself, love.
I've got to go home. I've got to go and make up for all the trouble, of course. Oh, Lizzie!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.